Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Brother David with It's Getting Real. And, in the last few days, it has really gotten real, folks. With the murder, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Didn't know him personally, but I have watched a lot of his stuff. I've seen a lot of the lies that people have tried to come out with, saying that he was a racist, a bigot, a Nazi, or anything like that. And, when people have to resort to name calling, it's because they don't have any truth to say. Charlie was a man of God. Charlie spoke the truth. Charlie spoke common sense. And that's why he was taken out. Evil is in this world. You can think about or block or whatever you want with me, but evil's in this world. And Charlie was an evil. The act that took Charlie's life was evil. And the people that are celebrating his death, the people that think the shooter was right in his actions, morally, legally, and every other way you look at it, are culpable to the event. The Democratic leadership in the House of Representatives that booed and knowed and everything else when asked for a moment of silence just show their demonic demeanor, because they are controlled by demons. Their actions show it. Their words express it. And here is the reality of the event. God was not caught by surprise. Yes, he could have stopped Charlie from dying. He could have caused the bullet to miss him. But as Stephen's death inspired others, so shall Charlie's death inspire others. And what they tried to silence, because they could not openly debate and silence him because he spoke the truth, they tried to silence him by taking his life, leaving his wife and 2 children behind, thinking that would silence a movement. And it has inspired a movement worldwide. Will this be the end? No. This is probably the beginning. I want to read something to you from God's Word. It's found in Romans chapter 1, starting in verse 26. For this reason, God delivered them over to disgraceful passions. Their women exchanged natural sexual relations for unnatural one. The men in the same way also left natural relations with women and were inflamed in their lust for one another. Men committed shameless acts with men and received in their own persons the appropriate penalty of their error. Perfect example of what is going on in America today. The demonic influence that is in America, that is attacking God's people, is this right here. And because they did not think it worthwhile to acknowledge God, God delivered them over to a corrupt mind so that they do what is not right. They are filled with unrighteousness, evil, greed, and wickedness. They are full of envy, murder, quarrels, deceit, and malicious. They are gossips, slanderers, God-haters, arrogant, proud, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, senseless, untrustworthy, unloving, and unmerciful. Although they know God's just sentence that those who practice such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but even applaud others who practice them. And we saw the example of that today. And excuse me for the light. We got a sun coming through the window and it's making it dark. But we saw examples of that yesterday, Wednesday, when people were applauding and celebrating the death of a father, the death of a man that was willing to listen to people and their viewpoints and express his viewpoints because they couldn't shut him up. And as you can see, they gossip about him, they lie about him, they slander. Man, he's dead and gone. Why you got to do this? They're proud and arrogant. Look at the stance of the Democrats in the House of Representatives and how they applauded each other for saying no to a moment of silence for a man that was assassinated. I wished every one of those would lose their jobs. Not for vengeance, but for the safety of America. The Democratic Party had become a party of treason, a party of unlawfulness, a party that no longer understands what its base wants. Now, I want you to understand there is no perfect political party. But I do know one thing. As a Christian, as a pastor, I have to call it as I see it. And it's our responsibility, no, it's our duty to hold our political leaders accountable to ensure they are following God and not Satan. It's time for us as Christians to stand up and quit playing with the world and grab a hold of Jesus and start following Him and not the world in everything that we do. I challenge you this week to stand for Jesus. I challenge you this week to go out and speak the truth. Let Charlie be your inspiration. Until the next time, God bless you.